Hello and welcome back to church modeling. So we're almost done with the block model. I only have to extrude the tower a bit more, so we have the third level. And then I like to organize the object to cut some holes in it. So when we take a closer look at a photo reference, you can see these arches over there and the windows. And we need to cut holes in these walls to add the texture later. All right, so that will be a challenge. All right, so we start with extending this church tower with the face mode. Well, it's already selected, and I'm extruding it. So you can see it's curved a little bit. I don't really matter. Something like this. I can change this later, but for now this will do. And you can see I scaled it a bit more because you have these side ornaments or side bears on the wall. And when we will add these, it will look much better. So look a little bit weird, but don't worry. All right, so cutting holes, how does it work? So this is a bit of a challenge, but I think we're ready for it. So very important to know is that your loop cuts need to be set well, and if this is not organized, it's going to be a real struggle. So I prepared some textures that will make it easy, but your vertices needs to be set on the right place or else it will be a nightmare. All right, so what I will do, I will add loop cuts on this side and there and over there. So we can add it very easily. So I like to start right there, make two of them, S, X. So I like to add one there. Yes. Create two more over there. And now another two right there. All right. And we will do exactly the same on this side. So two, S, Y. And another two, S, Y. And yeah, it's nearly the same. Maybe a little bit more inwards. Grabbing this one and this one. Okay, another two. Bit more like this. All right, so what you can do is drag this right there to take a look. I think it's right. Control Z, and we're back. All right, so I also like to add some extra lines horizontal, 3 of them, and 3 more over there. All right, so I think we are now ready to cut holes. And cutting arches are a bit complicated or different than adding window holes. What I will do is add a cube. I'll drag this over there. And scale this. All right, now I grab the top and I like to go to edit mode or vertice mode. Oopsie. There we go. All right, now we're creating the arch. All right. So it's not a big deal then that it's not really hitting the sides as long you're in the shape. That will be great. All right. So grab this one a little bit more right there. All right. So the next thing we do is go to top view and scale this S, Y, and drag this to the front. Something like this. All right, and now we're doing the tricky part. We're selecting the rear and we scale this. And it's good when you can see this border over there. All right, but what you can see is we need to select that one and drag that downwards. So it's the overlapping. And you can see there is some space still over there. So let's select it again. Oops, Alt, Shift, Alt, right mouse button. All right. Good. So take one more look, and I think don't make it too the depth, just gently. All right. Maybe a bit more. All right, we go to edit mode. I'm pressing Shift D and Shift D again. So because it's medieval, it's not a big deal when it's not exactly the same. I learned that in the second chapter, but for this, it's not very important. Try to do as many things with your eyes. So now I like to focus a little bit on these bottom vertices. And select this one, the border, and rotate this. All right. And select these as well. And you can drag it downwards. Okay, nice one. So what's next? Well, you need to select the vertices and maybe set origin, origin, so it's in the middle. Shift D and rotate it, click snapping tool, deselect it and drag this over there. And you want to have this in the middle. And you want them slightly popping out. Right, that's nice. Shift D and rotate, click snapping tool. Yes. Check if everything is set well. Maybe a little bit. You should change that one as well. We do not really have a good reference, but I can guarantee you this will work. So now we have a little problem over there. So scale this upwards. Why not select everything? All right, good. And how's that? Well, scale that down. And I like the way that it's not exactly the same. That gives us that really medieval touch. All right, one more to go. Shift D, rotate, enable snapping. Okay, and this window is not exactly in the middle. All right, but that's no big deal. Control L, remove it. So now I like to join all of these windows with each other. Control J. And before we cut holes in it, I like to do Control A, rotation and scale. Select the tower, Control A, rotation and scale. Select one of these, Control L, Shift D, P, selection, spacebar, set origin to geometry, put it right there. Take a look if everything is still set. 1, 1, 1, and that's fine as well. So now we name this. We call this hole, tower, main, okay, roof, rear. So just some naming, that's important. All right, one more check. Well, I think we are ready to go. And what you can do if you think you want exactly the same size, you want a quick measurement tool. I always grab a cube. And if this fits well, you can see there's a little bit of space. All right, that will do. Remove the cube, we don't need it anymore. All right, cutting holes. So select the windows, selecting the tower, we go to the Boolean, and we select hole. Select difference, apply it, remove them, and check if your geometry is good. And seems like we cut some beautiful holes in this church. All right, great job. So this is the end of this lecture. In the next one, we will focus on the bottom, and we will try to, we're going to add the same holes on the main building and one on the sides. All right, so we're doing very well. So I'd like to see you in the next lecture. Bye-bye.